Parents, what's the craziest thing your child has ever said? My daughter approached a random stranger and told him that she wanted a treehouse before she went to heaven. I had known for about a year that my Katie was dying. She was 6. It was something I tried not to say out loud too much. Doctors gave us the rundown in their own way. Lots of technical talk, but no matter how they said it, it meant the same thing. Every week, she got weaker. Every day, it felt like I lost another piece of her. That afternoon, we were just at the hardware store picking up light bulbs and paint. I turned around for maybe 30 seconds to grab something off a shelf. Next thing I knew, Katie had wandered off. When I found her, she was standing near the lumber section chatting up some carpenter guy. He was a big dude, dusty jeans, rough hands, probably mid-40s, the type of guy you'd trust to build your porch or fix your roof. I heard Katie say clearly, "I want a treehouse before I have to go to heaven." It was blunt, innocent, and exactly how Katie always talked. The guy froze. His face looked confused at first, then it just softened. He looked at me, then back to Katie, and without missing a beat he said, "Okay, let's build it." Honestly, I thought it was one of those polite things you say to a sick kid, like telling them they'll be an astronaut someday. Nice gesture, no follow-through. But 2 days later, the carpenter showed up at our front door holding sketches. Katie lost her mind with excitement. Her eyes lit up like I hadn't seen in months. She grabbed his sketches, pointed, asked a million questions. He answered every one of them. I started looking forward to his visits almost as much as Katie did. He was quiet, steady, and kind, but I could tell something weighed heavy on him. It was like building this treehouse was his therapy. Sometimes he showed up looking exhausted. I started to worry a little. So one evening after dinner, I swung by his workshop to drop off coffee. I found him asleep on the floor. The whole place was nearly empty. I woke him up gently, and he admitted things weren't great. He was losing his shop in 30 days due to missed rent payments. He looked embarrassed when he said it, staring down at the floor. "I just want to finish this for Katie," he said. Later that week, I overheard him talking on the phone with someone. It sounded tense. Turns out he'd been offered a solid job, good pay, steady work. Only catch was, it meant leaving town for 6 weeks, long enough that Katie might not have her treehouse in time. He turned it down, didn't even hesitate. He kept building. Then, we got news that Katie was running out of time even faster than we'd thought. Doctors gave us a few weeks at best. I drove home in a daze, numb hands gripping the wheel. That night, Katie asked me quietly, "Daddy, will my treehouse be finished in time?" It crushed me. I knew I had to do something. I picked up my phone and started calling. Friends, neighbors, people from the hospital. I told them about Katie, about the carpenter, about the treehouse, and how this guy was risking everything just to make her wish come true. People listened. One nurse posted our story online after Katie mentioned it during a treatment. Messages and calls started flooding in. Then the worst happened. On the morning the carpenter got evicted, he called me sounding broken. "They took my tools. They took my wood. I can't finish it." I told him to hold tight. Help was already on the way. Later that afternoon, the trucks started rolling in. First, just one, then another, and then suddenly, the whole street filled with them. Contractors, builders, neighbors, even people we didn't know showed up. They brought lumber, tools, ladders, everything we needed. The whole neighborhood pitched in all weekend. Katie sat bundled in blankets watching every piece come together. She smiled bigger than I'd seen in months, cheering everyone on. When it was finally done, we helped her climb up, and she called it her sky party. Everyone gathered around smiling and laughing with her. It was magic. I stood beneath that treehouse with tears in my eyes, watching my little girl finally get her wish. The man who made it happen stood next to me, finally smiling. It's been 7 years since then, and he's now my best friend. He's now super happy in life, with a family of his own, a very steady job, and a 2-year-old daughter. I love that dude.